connection between the Chevalier de Bayard wine and the man himself, whose grave I'm going to visit this year on April 30th, 2024, to celebrate the 500-year anniversary of his death. It all has to do with one of the grape varieties that is in this bottle, which is called Carignan. Let's talk about it. Carignan is a grape variety that's planted all throughout southern France, especially in the Languedoc region, but it originally comes from a town called Carignan in Spain, which is named after the town. Now, it's in the province of Saragossa, and Saragossa used to be called by the Romans Caesar Augustus, and then slowly but surely it evolved into Saragossa. Now, the town of Carignan was named by Pliny the Elder, the famous Roman naturalist and philosopher who, in the year 79 AD, would witness the eruption of Mount Vesuvius, just completely wreaking havoc all over the city. He goes on a rescue mission to try to save one of his friends who's actually trapped, and when they reach the shore, the steersman looks at Pliny the Elder and tells him, "This is just way too much. We have to turn back. This is absolutely dangerous." In which Pliny the Elder utters the famous Roman words, which are,
"Fortune favors the brave."
He goes in, fighting through the lava and the entire toxic gas, searching for his friend.
You're having a bad day? Did you die?
Yes, he died. Carignan is a thick-skinned grape variety. It's a beach money. It loves the heat. It needs the heat, okay? Some grape varieties do well in cool climates. Some grape varieties do well in warm climates. Some grape varieties do well in moderate climates. But for Carignan, it needs the heat. Actually, it's even being grown in California, one of the places that I love best, which is Paso Robles. When the wildfires happened, this is actual footage of the winemakers talking to Carignan vines.
Look, the fire's coming. Are you ready for the fire? Look, we're firemen. We are firemen! The heat doesn't bother us. We live in the heat. We train in the heat. It tells us that we're ready. We're at home. We're where we're supposed to be. Flames don't intimidate us. What do? We control the flames. We control them.
As the centuries move forward, you have the grape variety that is already making its way through the warm climates of Italy and the warm climates of the Languedoc on the southern part of France, as well as the Spanish royal bloodline, which through various wars and interlocking marriages, we are left with a little city in Italy called Carignano. And this is where the Chevalier de Bayard's story begins. Now, Bayard was born in the Chateau Bayard, which is still standing to this day. It was actually a museum since 1975, and I will also visit this place. But when he was 13 years old, he makes his way to go down to the little city of Carignano, which is under the rule of Charles I, Duke of Savoy at this time. And this is where our next story begins. It's a love story that hasn't been told since 1847. Carignan in Spain, Carignan in France, and Carignano in Italy, which is where the Chevalier de Bayard at the age of 13 years old begins his earliest military training to become the perfect knight. Save the date and save the bottle.